The man in the driving seat for Team Europe at Gleneagles was, of course, Paul McGinley. Golfing World were granted an audience with the Irishman to find out all about his captaincy, starting from the moment he was appointed.
I think humble is the word. When your peers vote you in to be captain, it's a very humble place to be, and I felt very humble that they asked me to be the captain. I was delighted they did. I really felt I was ready for it. I really felt it was something that I'd put in the groundwork for, and 2 vice captaincies and 2 Sevy Trophy captaincies, and obviously played 3 times. I felt I was prepared for it. I felt that I was qualified for it. Moving on then, post Ryder Cup, it's all over and things have gone well, and I feel very gratified that it all went as well as it did, and very lucky that it all went as well as it did. I think I was dealt a very good hand. I had 12 brilliant players and 12 brilliant personalities who bought into me and bought in and showed me a lot of respect as captain, and let me go where I wanted to go and fully supported me.
McGinley stepped into a winning tradition and was determined to respect the work of the captains who had gone before him.
I've always said that the word I use is template, and there's been a European template there. We've been successful doing it. I didn't want to be a maverick captain. I didn't want to come in and do things in a very radical way. I wanted to take everything we've ever done and just enhance it and make it better and roll it out again. Little things like, say, for example, statistics and keeping an eye on the players and where they are and statistics. And I've always done that in a way myself, and kept an eye on it myself and watched and paired players up based on that. But this year we employed a proper statistics team and had them watching things and watching how things were evolving as well too, and they were briefing me consistently throughout the 2-year process. So that's just an example of taking things to another level but not changing it.
It all started to come together on the first tee on Friday morning, and McGinley's meticulous plans included everything.
Well, it was great that the crowd were engaged. That was the first thing I wanted to do. I was very much in management mode at that stage, and it wasn't a case of, oh, isn't this great, isn't this wonderful? I wanted a noisy crowd. I wanted them to be passionate. When we were having breakfast that morning, we could hear them singing from 250, 300 yards away, which made me tell they were engaged. And once the crowd were noisy, that's all I wanted, and passionate. And I was very much in management mode and making sure the players looked focused and they weren't too nervous, and conversing with the vice captains on the first tee and making sure they were aware of where we were at, and also when the first tee happened and the morning session was on, I was then immediately working on the afternoon session, and I didn't see my job as captain to be out there as a cheerleader and encouraging them on, because they're all big guys and they know how to play their own games. I was very much involved, and my job was to have the strategy and the plan for the whole week.
His strategy was clearly the right one, and McGinley takes justifiable satisfaction in a job well done.
To win the Ryder Cup the way we did was great. To see the bonding and the excitement, not just on the players' faces and the caddies and the vice captains and the backroom team, but the crowd and the people who are watching on TV that I've met since, who were just so excited when they come up to me and they're so happy to watch Europe win. And I think there were so many human elements that were seen on TV there, a little bit of TV footage that I saw, the human elements of bonding and players relating to each other, and that sense of fun that we had that week. We really had a lot of fun. As much as there was intensity there and as much as we were all very nervous, we kept that element of fun, and that was, we did it all with a smile on our face.
He's still only 47 years old, but McGinley has decided that the Ryder Cup chapter of his life is over. If Darren Clarke or Padraig Harrington captain Europe in 2 years' time, he does not intend to be alongside his fellow Irishmen.
I've moved on from Ryder Cup. I don't think my personality would allow me to go back into the vice-captaincy role. Now that I've been there, I've graduated right up to the captaincy role. It all went very well. I had very strong views that were carried out, and they worked out very well. I'm delighted that they were all validated. I feel very lucky that I had a great team. I was dealt a great hand. But me personally, I know I had 2 ex-captains as vice-captains, and they were great. They're different personalities to me, and I really appreciate the fact that they came back to be vice-captains. But for me personally, I don't think I can go back into a vice-captaincy role again. But I'll certainly be help any captain going forward. If any advice they want, I'll always be available, and I'll be European through and through forever.